The other day there was a video on BBC, I think it was, with a lady, a care worker, who went to the supermarket and she couldn't get any fruit or vegetables. And it was kind of an emotional video because she was obviously in need, and I'm not sure if it was something to do with somebody else in her life, but it's kind of a crazy situation. However, what I always wanted to share a little bit about today is when you go to the supermarket, yeah, and I've been lately, and it's like dairy's out, toilet paper's out, the like bread section, whatever, kind of gone, and then there's certain things in the supermarket which are still there, which I kind of find quite amusing. And one of them is stuff like this. So the tinned vegetables and all that, and tinned beans tend to be gone, but if you go for these dried beans, people look at them and go, well, I'm not going to eat that. But just a quick tip for you. So, I mean, this is called kala, chana, whatever, But, any bean like chickpea or black-eyed peas or something like that, you basically just soak them overnight or soak them 8 hours and boil them up for an hour. And you can get a really decent meal out of that, with rice or whatever else, you've got in the house. Just be a bit more creative. Now, I'm just going to show you. I made this dish last night. Not sure if you can see it very well, but it's this thing here, and it's. I put the beans in, a little bit of sauce. So I had like a chopped tomatoes and onions and all the rest of it. Just fried it up and sautéed it. Now, the thing about it is, it doesn't look particularly great, and that's one of the things I know in Western culture has to look great before we really have to enjoy it. But one of the things about this crisis is that we're going to have to change our taste buds. For example, if we take like the dairy, so this is a soya milk. So if you want milk, your cereal, or and you buy soya milk, it tastes disgusting. Let's face it. But you could maybe get like another milk. Like for example, if you got like some oats in house, so these drinks, these I don't know if you call them milk substitutes, but nut milks and stuff. The percentage of nut in it is like 1% or less. So you can actually make this yourself. Like the easiest one I think is if you go on Google and do a search, you can make your own oat milk, for example, and it doesn't take long. Obviously, mostly water. And the other thing is that, for example, if you get some yeast and you got some flour, well, you can make your own bread, or you can make your own pizza. Just be a bit more creative. Also with, I had some chickpeas, and this also might look a bit disgusting. I put this in my smoothie makeup. So that's, this is actually hummus, which I made, which is basically just like, had some sesame seed, fried them up a little bit, put some garlic, so, I forgot what else to put in there. Just mix, you can just be creative, make your own version of hummus and some water in there, but it does look a bit sick, and the taste maybe not exactly like the one you buy in the supermarket, but you can adjust that. And that's the main thing I want to share with this, is that you've got to change your taste buds to deal with stuff. Because when you go and buy not your branded products, you go buy something else, the first thing you go is, it tastes disgusting, I can't eat this for a month or whatever it is. But just change everything you do a little bit. Go and get some beans, soak them up, and it doesn't cost that much either. You can save so much money. And you don't need to buy water from the French Alps or even water from the Scottish Highlands. You can drink tap water or the cheap, one they sell in the supermarket if there's any left. So just be creative with what you have, and yeah, share it with your neighbours if you can get out of the house. Okay, later guys, take it easy.